And welcome back to Music Monday with Johnny Tiger. Nice. With this pan flute, I can create my own little sound effect when I want them. A bit corny, but hey, nice little toy. The date is Monday, July 20, 2020. And today, unlike usual, I don't have an awful lot of wisdoms or gossip or things like that to say. Partly it's because I just got home from work and I am really, 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 really hungry and really thirsty too. So, we're going to make this quick and painless and quick. Now, when I was little, when I first started learning how to play the piano, and then when I was learning how to play the guitar, and when I was learning how to play the clarinet, and when I was learning how to play the drum. Okay, I'm sorry. I did say I'm not going to be long-winded today. um, Suffice to say that when I was little, I was told by teachers, by parents, by friends that if you want to get good, you have to practice, practice, and practice. And you have to be dedicated, and you got to work hard, and above all else, you got to practice. Now, I think most of you who learned musical instrument before would know that or have experienced that there seems to be one way that adults or parents or teachers want you to practice. They want you to sit down at the piano or sit down with whatever instrument you have, and then for the next hour you are to do and you have to sit there for an hour. And I think a lot of you probably have been like me, that about 10 minutes in, you check your watch or you check the clock, and another 5 minutes, you check the clock again, and then another 2 minutes. You keep checking the clock, and in the end, you are only doing it until you can finally put it down or walk away. That is honestly an awful way to practice and an awful way to teach your children how to practice. As we talked about it before, if you want to be good, all you need is a skill and a technique. So yes, if your goal is to be good, then you need to keep practicing those scales, those octaves and those beginner songs and those exercises until you're green in the face and your fingers are knotted up with arthritis. But if your goal is not to be good, but to be one with your music, If your goal is not to impress other people but for your own enjoyment, then you need to have fun. And once you have fun, you will love what you do. And once you love what you do, you will have your spirit, your soul in it. Your heart will be in it. And as we talked about before, the only way to go from being good to being amazing or awesome is to put your heart into it. So gradually, as I got older and I started to branch out and wanted to learn instruments.
The time is now 10 p.m.
Thank you. As I got older and started to wanting to branch out to learn new instruments, not because I want to be amazing at them, not because I want to play on the world stage with them, but because I always wanted to play them. I want to play them. I want to learn how they work. I find that if I sit down and force myself to play the pan flute for an hour, I very quickly become frustrated and bored and tired and sore. And then next day, when it's time to sit down with this instrument again, I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to pick it up. Because now I have this thing in my head that this is related to a bad feeling. The feeling of frustration, the feeling of pressure, the feeling of being sore, the feeling of being annoyed. So to combat that, maybe the better way of practicing is to take it easy. So I started saying, rather than saying to myself, I'm going to play an hour a day, I'm going to just take this out and see if I can play a scale. Well, that was kind of painless. And then I'm going to put it down and go away and do something else. And if after 20 minutes I feel, hey, I want to try that again, I come back to the instrument, I pick it up. And then I put it down again. And then I go away and do something else. And if I feel like it, I'll come back to it. But if I don't, then at least I know today I practiced my scale. And I can play it. And it wasn't all that difficult. So tomorrow, when I come back to it, I'm going to take it out of the bag and then I put it down. I repeat what I did the previous day. I go away, and if I feel like it, I come back for more later. If I don't, I don't. There's no pressure. There's no need to pressure myself. There's no need to pressure yourself unless you're trying to do this for a profession, of course. But otherwise, don't make it difficult for yourself by putting that limitation in your music, by adding way too much pressure. Gradually, I go up to, okay, today I take this out, and I'm going to play one song. Doesn't matter what song, I'm going to play one song. And then that's it. I put it away. And then tomorrow I come back I'm not even going to play the same song again. Tomorrow I come back, okay, what am I going to play today? I'm going to play just one song. And then I put it down, and then come back again tomorrow. And then eventually, my practice session grow longer on its own. Not because I think I need to practice an hour a day. Not because someone tell me I need to do this for 2 hours a day. Not because someone tell me that I have to play this song 20 times a day. But because I want to. Gradually, one song is no longer enough. That is, I'm having so much fun with this. Gradually, I'm going to play 2 songs, and then maybe 3 songs. And some days, I'm going to go back to play only one song if I'm not in a very clear mind or I'm in a bad mood. But some days, when I'm in a good mood and I'm in a really peaceful place in my head, I'm going to sit down and play a whole hour, but not because anyone dictated, but because I want to. Another thing that I do is that I will keep this beside me when I'm on the computer or when I'm working on something else. So you guys know, those of you who use the computer a lot, you know we all have to go through those dreaded moments where we are waiting for the website to load, we're waiting for something to download, we're waiting for programs to open, we're waiting for things to get processed. Or even when I'm on the phone, when I'm calling the government, something that I've been doing a lot lately, but anyway, we won't go into that. When I'm on the phone and someone put me on hold, I'm going to have a flute or a clarinet or something, one of my instruments, even my guitar sometimes, by my hand. So whenever I am waiting, I can pick it up and just mess around with it. And then by the end of the day, without knowing, I probably clocked in over an hour, sometimes 2 hours of playtime just by doing this whenever I'm waiting for something. So, in the end, I guess what I'm saying is don't over practice, don't overdo it. It's like working out at the gym. You want to hit that balance where you're having fun and you're not hurting yourself. So tomorrow you'll come back again and do it some more because it is fun, because it doesn't injure you. Your musical muscles work the same way. So you want to have fun and everything else will click into place. If you are not having fun, if you are very frustrated and you force yourself to keep doing it, in the end, you may get good, but your music will never be amazing. Thank you for checking out today's Music Monday. We'll be back again tomorrow. Yeah, I need to go. I am starting to lose my track of conversation. Let's try that again. Okay, let's try that. Thanks for checking out today's Music Monday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Tactical Tuesday. For now, have fun, and remember, you always need to have fun when you practice. And have a good night.